All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Rachel Klein, and I will be your presenter here for the next 30 minutes. I am also joined with Katie from Vanco, and we are going to be discussing how easily Vanco and Church Windows now work together, where you can take those online donations that people give to your church through Vanco and easily import them right into Church Windows into the donations module. So we will take about 10 minutes. Katie's going to present her side for Vanco first, and then I'll take the second 10 minutes and show you how easily those gifts can get put right into Church Windows donations, and then we're going to have about 10 minutes where we're going to be able to answer questions. So just a couple things about GoToWebinar. There is a section on your GoToWebinar toolbar. It just says questions. If you expand that, you are able to type in a question. All questions today are going to be through text, so please type those in, and then either myself or Katie will give you an answer for your question. Please try to keep your questions topical. There's a good bit of information that we're going to be going over today, and if I at Church Windows can't open it, I can't answer it, then we'll pass it on over to Katie with Vanco and hope that she can get us an answer that way. Also, I want you to keep in mind the Church Windows version that I'm going to be using today is version 21.18 for the presentation. Now, for this import via download to work with Vanco, you have to at least be on Church Windows version 20.17.1. So if you have questions about versions or you need help updating, you can always shoot us an email to support@churchwindows.com. Or feel free to call us at our 1-800 number on our support line, and we can get you set up that way. All right, Katie, I'm going to go ahead and change presenters here, and we'll let you get started.
Great. Thank you so much, Rachel. Again, my name is Katie, and I'm a marketing manager here at Give Plus, powered by Vanco. And before we jump into the online giving demonstration, I want to take a minute to walk through the Give Plus capabilities. The first one, again, is online giving, and that's what I'll be demonstrating to you momentarily. And online giving is simply a link placed on the church's website where both members and visitors can make one-time or recurring contributions. The next is mobile, and this is our Give Plus mobile app that again allows members to make recurring contributions or one-time gifts using a mobile app on their smartphone. The next is Give Plus Text. This is one of our favorites here because it's really just so easy, where we assign the church a 10-digit phone number starting with the church's area code, and then again members can make those recurring contributions. Kiosk is often placed in the church's gathering space, so members and visitors can quickly make a one-time credit and debit card donation in just a couple minutes. And then lastly is Give Plus Swipe, and this is our mobile card reader that plugs into a smartphone or a tablet, and it allows churches to collect payments or donations. Oftentimes those payments are for festivals, golf tournaments, Christmas trees, you name it. So now that I've taken a minute to walk through all these giving options, I'd like to show you an online giving demonstration. So here we are with Give Plus Online, and this is our hosted version of online giving. And what I really love about this page is it allows you to customize it to match the look and feel of the church's website. And you'll see here that we have a nice welcome message. And this is what I really like because it allows churches to provide instruction, but also express gratitude to its members and visitors for taking the time to make a donation. Next, you'll see here on the right-hand side that members can create an online profile. So if they're going to be coming back time after time to make those donations, they can create a profile so they don't have to continuously log in as a guest. There's also that login feature as well. So after they've created that profile, they can come in and see their giving history and gather any receipts that they may need. All right, so now we're on to actually making a donation. And we have two categories here. The first category is donations, then we have payments. And under donations, we have a handful of funds. And again, you can add and remove funds at any time. And for Sunday giving, we're going to make a $25 donation. And for frequency, we're going to make it weekly. And then in addition to our donation, we're going to also make a payment. We have two here, annual retreat and vacation Bible school. I'm going to sign myself up for the annual retreat. So you'll see here now that my total is going to be $100. Let's continue on to the payment page. All right, and this is simply where the donor would enter in their payment information. So the member's name, their address, and then their preferred payment type. And that can be credit or debit card, or that can be checking and savings account. And you'll see here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a grand total of this gift. So it's bringing over from the first page all that you have paid for or donated for. Next, I'm going to enter in my payment information. And we're just doing a mock payment here so you can really get a feel for how online giving works. Again, just like any payment that you make, you enter in your payment information, the name of the card holder. And then what I really like here is the optional feature to offset that processing fee. So rather than the church taking on that small processing fee of 2.75%, it allows the church to allows the member to take on that processing fee. So you'll see here in the upper right-hand corner, it adds just a few extra dollars to help out the church. And I've seen it most often. Members are happy to pay a few extra dollars because they're so pleased to be able to use their credit or debit card to make a payment or a donation. Again, use the same address as above because my credit card information matches up with my mailing address. And then I'm not, for security purposes, we're going to say I'm not a robot. And then we're going to easily process this donation. Wonderful. So here we are at the confirmation page. And this, again, gives you a nice overview of what you have registered for, the annual retreat, and then my weekly Sunday giving contribution. And what is nice is that you can print this off, or as I said earlier, you can log in and have this receipt at your fingertips really at any time. And then the church also receives a confirmation email that looks very familiar to the like this. So a lot of the church administrators that I have taught to use this confirmation email to match, to know that a gift has received, and then they use this to look into church windows to make sure everything matches up really nicely. So here it is, a complete picture of how to make an online donation. I'm going to pass it over to Rachel so she can show you how these online gifts then import directly into church windows.
All right, Katie, thank you very, very much for that. So when you have people give money to your church, they are going to see that process or something very similar to what Katie just showed you, how simple it is to go in and make a gift electronically to your organization. Okay, so once you get those gifts in, the next step is going to be pulling that data and getting it into church windows. That way you can have the gifts show up on their donation statements, and you can have it show up on your reports that you're going to run for committees, things like that, and then it's really easy just to transfer that income over into our accounting module if you use accounting. So I'm going to go ahead and get into donations here, and we're going to walk through the process of importing those gifts. So a lot of times people will ask me, how often do I need to do the import? Every time Vanco alerts me that money's come in, do I need to come in here and do the import? Can I do it once a week, once a month? And my answer usually is it's really up to you. If it's something that you want to have the income showing on a weekly basis, then definitely come in here and do it on a particular day of the week that you want. Some people I talk to like to wait until the end of the month and then handle everything right before they go to settle up their bank rec or their bank statement. So it's really up to you. There's not a right or wrong way to do it. I would just say pick a process and stick with it. Okay, so in donations, we're going to come up here under import donations. Under import, you have this Vanco option. You have the import via download. This is what we're going to be talking about today. There's the import via text file, which is something we've used in the past, where you take a data file from Banco and import it. And then there's also this Learn More. So if you want more information about Banco as you do research, definitely come out here and click on this, and you'll get some good information here. All right, so I'm going to click Import via Download, and it is going to take me to this import screen. Okay, so before you can do any type of importing from Vanco, you have to tell it what date range you want the program to look at when it connects up to Vanco servers. Okay, so for this demonstration, we're going to just look at September. So like I said earlier, some people might just do a week, some people might do the whole month. It's not right or wrong, it's up to you. I'm just going to take it back to the 1st of September through today. So I want Church Windows to go out and look for any giving from the 1st to the 19th. I'm going to hit Begin Download, and it just wants me to verify my date range, so I'm going to say yes to that. And then it's going to pop up this Vanco download screen. You are going to see this every time you come in here, okay? I'm going to put in my client ID, my login name, and my password. These three things you will need to contact Vanco for. You can call us at Church Windows, but it's not something we're going to be able to help you with. We're going to say, here's Vanco's phone number, you need to contact them. So Vanco will give you the client ID, the login name, the password, and you are going to need to type these in here. So let me get mine put in here, hopefully without a typo. That looks good. Gonna do WS Church, and then I'm gonna put in my password, and this makes that secure connection up to Vanco server to access your giving data. Now you can check the save login name box here, and the next time you come in, it's going to remember your client ID, and it is going to remember your login name, but you're going to have to put your password in each time. I'm going to say OK. See, it's logging into Vanco's server. Now it's starting to download my transactions. All right. So if you are pulling data in and it takes you to this tab here, this Unmatched Items for Import, this is telling you that there are some Vanco IDs that aren't matched to your givers or your individuals in Church Windows. And then over here on the right, these are your accounts. So it's going to tell us that we have some Vanco funds that aren't linked to the proper giving accounts in Church Windows. So before you can import anything, you have to make sure everything matches. So when someone comes out and they sign up to give through Vanco, they're going to get a Vanco ID. You have to tell Church Windows who that ID belongs to. So when the money gets imported, it goes to credit the correct person. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these in real quick for the appropriate people. This last one's for Jeffrey. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the same for my funds. So when someone goes out to Vanco and they give to account 004, I need to link that into Church Windows so they get credit to the proper account. I'm going to do the same thing here. This is for disaster relief, and this is for handbells. Now, once you get these matches in here and you save them, you won't have to match it again. So the only time you're really going to need to go in and do these unmatched items is if you have a new person sign up to give through Vanco, you'll have to match that the first time, or if you create a new fund for people to give to through Vanco, you'll have to set up that match the first time. All right, once everything's matched, it's going to tell me to go back to my Imported Donations tab, which is right here. And it's going to show me my gifts and my dates, okay? So if I hit the plus sign, just like all our other screens here, hit the plus, you get the details. So we can see we have some gifts here from Jeffrey Alexander on the 5th, another one from Jeffrey on the 12th, and so forth. Shrink these up. Now, once you get them imported, you need to hit the Create Donations button. And it's going to take me to another screen. It's going to take me to my imported batches screen. So it's going to show me the giving that I've imported from Vanco. And I still have one more step. I still have to hit post. So this is very similar to if you're working on a batch, you save it to come back to it later. You still have to post it. So I have to go through each of these batches. Batches are unique based on date, and I have to post each one. So I'm going to highlight my batch, I'm going to hit post, and it's just letting me know that it doesn't fall on my standard posting day, which is Sunday. Do I want to continue? You're going to want to say yes. You're probably going to get a lot of batches here from Vanco that don't fall on a Sunday because people can give any time they want, any day of the week, which is one of the features that's so nice about online giving. I'm going to hit post again, and one more time. All right, so once your imported batches screen is blank, you now know that all of your batches that you've just imported have been posted. Okay, you can still get reports on this information. If you need to go up and print a batch report from those 4 batches that we just imported, you're going to go up to posted batches, scroll down to the bottom. Here are my last 4 batches that I just put in, and you're going to hit this print batch button right down here at the bottom. And you can print each one to get your batch reports. All right, one more thing. If you use our accounting module, it's very simple to transfer these imports right over into accounting. And that is done by coming up here to transfer to accounting. And we're going to see our 4 batches are sitting here waiting on us to post over to the accounting module. At this point, the process is exactly the same to how you would transfer a manually entered batch over to accounting. You can hit the plus sign here, verify the giving account, what's being debited, what's being credited, and then you simply hit the post button over here to the right, and it's going to send that batch over to accounting. And you would repeat the same process for all of these. If you don't use accounting, obviously don't do this step because you don't have any program to transfer it to, but that's one of the nice features about the accounting module is once you have it linked up to donation, everything goes over to the proper account on your chart of accounts. All right, guys, that is all I have to show you on my end. If you have any questions, feel free to expand that questions section on your GoToWebinar toolbar. Type a question in for Katie, type a question in for me about church windows, and we will do our best to get you an answer. If you've gotten the information that you were looking for and you don't have any questions, please feel free to sign out, close out of the webinar. That is fine as well. All right, doesn't look like we are getting in any questions here. Oh, as I said, that 2 popped in. All right, Katie, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Sue's question real quick, if that's okay, and then I can pass it on over to you for Missy.
No problem.
All right, so Sue is asking, how do you know who is giving the gift through Vanco? Sue, what you can do, and maybe actually Katie might be better to answer this, but there is a report you can run with Vanco on their Service Center login out on their website, and you can actually see what person belongs to what Vanco ID. So when you go to do those matches in church windows, you'll be able to tell who belongs with what ID. And Katie, I'll let you jump in on that if I wasn't explaining that right.
Thank you, Rachel. Yes, that is, you answered that correctly, and if I could expand on it just for a minute here, we use our back-end system is called My Vanco Service Center, and in My Vanco, each member has a profile, and so you can always see under those individual profiles that particular member's history. And then I also see here Missy's question, what are the costs associated with Vanco to use their mobile giving? So we have two pricing plans, and with both of the pricing plans, the mobile app is included. So there's no additional charge. You simply pay a monthly fee, whether that's $10 or whether that's $49. So it's all included.
And if I can jump in here real quick, Katie, I see Joyce is asking a question that I might be best to answer. Joyce is asking, how do I link the Vanco account number to the giver? Joyce, you will do that in donations. If you go under import donations, Vanco, go back into the import via download. You do have a setup givers tab and a setup giving accounts tab. So when you sign up for Vanco, you have givers that start signing up. You can always come in here and plug in what a giver's Vanco customer number is before you even start the import process. So you could go into Vanco, run that report, and then once you get that report, you can come in here and you can type right in this Vanco customer number box the ID that is Lucy's. And then it'll save it right here. So that might save you some time having to deal with things on the unmatched items from import tab. But once they're plugged in here, Church Windows is always going to have that ID, and it's going to know what ID belongs with what person. And it's handled the exact same way on the Setup Giving Accounts tab. All right, we still have some time, so if you have a question, feel free to type it in. I'll give another minute or two here, and if I don't see anything else coming in, we will go ahead and end the webinar. All right, Joyce, I see your question. It says, if someone pledges to church operations and to missions, how is that posted? So, Joyce, you will still need to enter your pledge into donations as you normally would. You would create the campaign and enter the person's pledge to operations, and you would enter another pledge to missions. Then when this giver goes to give through Banco, whichever method they choose, you're still going to need to link that gift to their pledge. So when that person gives, they need to make sure that they are choosing operations and they are choosing missions when they post that donation. Then once that gets imported into donations, the program's smart enough to see, okay, this person gave to operations and this person gave to missions within the date range that they have a pledge, and it will automatically credit their pledge. So as long as they're choosing either the missions account or the operations account when they give through Vanco, Joyce, the gifts will credit their pledge when you import them. Amy, I see your question. You're asking, does the entire donation go over into Church Windows, or will it show only the amount minus the fee? Amy, the entire amount is going to go into donations. If you are using accounting is where you're going to need to do the adjustment for the fee. So we have some great videos out on our website, churchwindows.com, and some documentation that you can check out on our website, and it'll walk you through how to do those adjustments over in accounting so you can balance at the bank. All right, Katie, I think I'm going to wrap up. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think we're all set. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, and we look forward to talking to you in future webinars.
Okay, great. And as you guys go out your day, if you come up with something else that you'd like to ask about, please call us at our support line. Shoot us an email to support@churchwindows.com. We are happy to get you an answer, and we hope you learned something here today that'll help make your jobs a little bit easier on you. Have a great day.